Hello, I'm Jody Wolf. You're watching Expoz. It is September 10th, 2017, 11:55 p.m. By the time this goes out, it'll be September 11, and it'll be Monday. We are about Birmingham time, 3 hours and 30 minutes from the outer bands of the hurricane hitting us. And looking at the whole thing, we're going to start at about noon today, a little bit after, with 100% chance of rain for almost 18 hours, and then about 80% chance of rain for another 6 hours. So we're looking at about 24 into 36 hours with down to 60%. But the winds doesn't seem to be that great considering what we're about to hit or go through. And what I see at the best is about 35 miles an hour, and gusts considerably higher, I'm sure, but it didn't mention gusts. But that's not what I'm really here to talk about. What I'm really here to talk about, to start with, is prayers by the billions, I'm sure, are going out for the victims of Harvey and for Irma. And they'll not stop. They'll continue to go out, and they'll continue to go and go and go. And, the prayers may go. I mean, people are still praying for Katrina. I am. And it's just something that you just know that people sometimes never recover from, like that man in Houston. When they interviewed the man, they asked him if he was hit. Man's not as old as me, but close. He's 60. And he said, I have everything I own in my trunk and in my back seat of my car. He said, the rest of it's gone. Try to get that picture in your head. And this numbers could be 200, 300,000 or greater strong. Maybe 500,000. Just like that. 1 million cars were lost in Houston, in Harvey. How many cars are going to be lost in this storm that's going to consume Alabama, Mississippi, half of Tennessee, all Georgia, all of North Carolina, most of South Carolina, half of Florida, all at one time? I would think that there could be 1 million, maybe 2 million cars, maybe even more than that. I don't know. I think God has taken the sting out of the storm because of prayer. But let me tell you what has hit the internet today. Wow. Blogs, all new now. Some of them people poured out years back, called this day, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, called this day. Tells us things are about to get real, guys. And all new releases. Everything's about alien revealing. The great reveal. Earthquakes in different places. If I see an earthquake, then I'm going to raise my head up and keep staring up because I know something's coming. Agenda 21, again. Obama made it official. He signed it over 2 years ago to the Pope and to the UN. But we're not going to give it up without a fight. And you know that. Not going to be like these islands down there where they went and took everybody's guns away. Nah, don't try it here. Martial law. And then these elitist Illuminati type people talking about, you know what, if we remove 6.5 billion people, things will be better. Well, all you grubby, money hungry, power grubbing SOBs, who's going to feed you? Who's going to feed you? I didn't think you had a good answer for that. Fema camps about to open for business. And what is all this telling us? Really, what's it all tell us? We're in the end of days. We're in the end of the end of days. Right now, today, in our time, we're in the end times. The end of the end times. There's still 7 years that has to go. God forbid anyone goes through that, but yet it's going to be really crowded in that time, because good luck on getting rid of 6.5 billion people. Half of them's going to die anyway in the 7 years. Half of them. Actually, there's over, there's 7.5 billion almost, but half will die in 7 years. And who will do it? You think that it's going to be the elitists, the Illuminati? No. They have no control over it. They may like to think they have, but they don't. And then you have Revelations 12 coming in 12 days. When this airs, 12 days. Hebrew year, New Year coming in 10 days. This is a big deal, guys. This is a big deal. We go to Hebrew year 5778. What is that? 5 was a grace period. 777, it's finished. Then you move to 8. That is what's next. That is, after it's finished, what's next? Hell on earth. That comes next. Again, are you ready? I mean, really, are you ready? Because we are really about to get real. We haven't started yet, but we're going to really, really soon. No way on this green earth do I want to be here when it does. It started. It has begun. In many unfortunate other countries, it has begun. And what I mean by that, look at the people in North Korea, how they live. Look at the people, how they live in China. Look at how they live in Venezuela. Look at how they live in Russia. I sat here and watched this show on TV where this girl, I can't recall the name, Vice, but she's going around interviewing Russian runway models and Venezuela runway models about the Brazilians, the most beautiful women on earth, and Amazonian, really, is what they are. And guess what? I'm part Amazonian. Do I look it? But she's going around to these countries that are under lock and key, interviewing these who are runway models. Been to Russia, like I said, been to Iran, been to Venezuela, has been to China. What do they all have in common? Most of their outerwear has a picture of their dictator on it. Putin. There's an outfit the woman is wearing that's got his name all over it in his mugshot. And there's a guy modeling. What do you like about Putin? Oh, he rides horses without t-shirts. He rides horses without clothes. He even goes out and hunts every now and then. He rides motorcycles. He does with training wheels, I admit that, and ride horses, but you see from here up, you don't really see much of the horse, and it may have training wheels. And I don't know. Look, Putin's a good guy. That I know, I never thought that he would be one who would be, in the end days, the evil person that he is. And he may not be. But why have his mug on all your clothing? Just like they do in all countries that controls with an iron fist. Just asking. So yes, we're in those days. Are you ready to enter those days? You better be, because we're entering them right now. Most of the world is a step ahead of us. And it's our time to take that step forward into the new unknown, a world without God for 7 years. I won't be here, guys, so I can't tell you what it's going to be like. Jody will expose.